Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men. 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 Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men.
Yeah, Kevin, you fuck.
This is State to State Properties.
This is Ted DiBiase, the $1 million man.
Hey, this is Bob Backlund. Hey, everyone, this is Rick Steiner.
This is the Honky Tonk Man, the greatest WWE Intercontinental Champion of all time.
This is your wrestling show, Ottawa.
Heck, they could use you guys over in WWE.
You're listening to the greatest wrestling show in the whole wide world.
This is Wrestling with Ideas.
Welcome back inside the CKDJ studios right here for another edition of Wrestling with Ideas. I'm the Music Man. You got the Shockmaster here with you, but Mitch, why don't you introduce our special guest this week?
Well, we have a very, very, very special guest this week. I will be posting on social media hints about who this is. Live in studio here, we have my best friend, MPSpillz, MP Sprays, the man, Nick Paquette. Say hi, Nick.
Hello. I'm waving like people actually will be watching this.
Great radio, yeah.
So great
Eventually,
radio.
New Year, we'll have cameras probably.
Yeah, hopefully.
Maybe.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because we want to see your face, Nick.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful face.
It's a very beautiful face.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a jam-packed. I feel like we've been saying that every week since you've been on.
I'm not gonna say I brought the show.
You bring the show.
Yeah,
There you go.
This is my 10th episode.
Yeah,
that's why Nick's here.
Yeah,
episode 10.
Giddy up, everyone.
Yeah. So at the end, kind of like how I did it with episode 150, after sort of our shooting the shit segment that Mitch likes to call the Festival of Friendship. That's going to happen at the end. After that, I'm going to put together like a compilation of Mitch's best moments from the show. Anyways, we got some news to talk about this week, some spicy news stories.
Let's start off with not CM Punk. Vince McMahon very mad at Seth Rollins right now for bringing up CM Punk. Did you want to take this one?
So, yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Well, I'm not surprised at Vince getting mad. I think he's more mad at the fact that Seth brought up like a match. Yeah. Because we've seen people like Stephanie in the past, and Triple H has probably addressed
digs.
Seth,
or
like
CM
Punk and addressed the chance like Seth did. But I think just because of the whole, he didn't show up tonight and stuff. I don't know. I just think Vince is being a little.
I mean, I wouldn't want my rival to be talked about like he's a part of the company. So I get that. I mean, Vince. There's not going to be any repercussions on Seth. It's Seth Rollins. He's the golden boy. But it's just interesting to note that he can still mess up and get at least some news out of it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the one thing that I have to say about this. When you're working for Vince fucking McMahon, anybody can mess up, at least in his eyes.
Yeah.
Because Vince screw-ups and...
normal people screw-ups
and Hunter screw-ups are very different things.
Yeah, Vince McMahon, like Titus O'Neil, holding him back for a second to let Stephanie go, and he gets suspended in 2015. Remember that? Like, there's so much shit like that.
People getting pee-pee whacked for sneezing.
Yeah, exactly. Vince is a petty little baby.
He is an interesting character.
Show.
That'd be amazing.
Could you imagine that?
Yeah. Other piece of news: Mauro Ranallo.
Oh yeah, Mauro Ranallo, Corey Graves.
I didn't ever read the first tweet that
Graves basically I didn't either.
I saw the Meltzer stuff.
Oh yeah, I saw the Meltzer stuff. Did you see what Rusev did?
No,
so Corey Graves sent a tweet to Meltzer calling him a rumor mongering liar and shit like that, right? And then he goes, you can find my phone number. It's easy to find it. And then Rusev goes, and then he puts a phone number in a tweet and he goes, there, I just made your job easier, Dave. Whether that was indeed Corey Graves' phone number or not has yet to be confirmed. But judging how much of a troll Rusev has been on Twitter over the past year and a half, I wouldn't doubt that was Corey Graves' real phone number.
That would be amazing.
I mean, if Corey didn't say anything, I think it definitely. So did either of you guys read the tweet that Corey sent out at first? Because I didn't.
I saw a bit of it. I read it, but I kind of don't remember it, so I'm kind of paraphrasing. I think he said something about like being like how I don't actually remember. I
think it was something about how Mauro Ranallo is annoying.
I'll try and bring it up. Did he delete the tweet?
Yeah, he deleted it.
Well, Mauro Ranallo deleted his Twitter account.
No, yeah, I saw that
completely.
Yeah. I mean,
Now
Corey
here's
Graves is a shithead.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing, though. I was a fan of Corey Graves as a commentator,
I was too.
but that's changed now.
Well,
Corey Graves, what has he done? He was signed to the WWE as a wrestler,
Yeah.
couldn't wrestle anymore because of concussions or a neck
Yeah, he
injury or
got
something
a-
like
he
that,
had a
right?
concussion
And then they're
thing.
like, okay, sure, you can do commentary. Mauro Ranallo, on the other hand, Pride FC, some of the biggest boxing fights in the past 5
Mayweather,
years.
McGregor.
New Japan Pro
Yeah,
Wrestling.
like, he's
NXT.
reliable.
He did SmackDown before JBL fucked him over, and now
Yeah.
it's Corey Graves' turn to do so.
I think it's just people are intimidated.
oh, here it is. Just for the record, guys, I know you wouldn't know it, but here's a actual WWE Hall of Famer and a former Ring of Honor champion on commentary. I'd imagine they have a lot to offer, and they're kind of making reference to Morrow, not really letting them talk on War Games from that's what I remember
He's
now
talking
from the
about
article.
Nigel McGuinness.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So that's what he sent,
God,
and
Corey Graves
yeah.
is such a whiny bitch. I'm sorry. And then the Meltzer's right. If you read his tweet where he was like, "Yeah, you're being a fucking dickhead." Like Meltzer was right there. I mean, like, come on, Corey Graves. And also, my brother brings up this all the time. Corey Graves, his whole thing is he just makes fun of how fat Otis is. That's all he does. That's all he does.
I mean, that's what JBL did to basically everybody.
So, but it's like, are we at the point where it's like,
Is he the
it's
new
just-
JBL?
Is it just like
Corey
enjoyable to
Graves?
listen to?
Yeah.
Is Corey Graves oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a dickhead. He broke up a family, his own family, with Carmella. I think, was there any more news? I can't remember. I didn't write it down. So.
Keith Lee, I guess, maybe.
Joey Janela or Keith Lee. We'll
Keith
go
Lee.
with Keith Lee. Yeah. Apparently, Vince McMahon at what was Survivor Series fell in love with Keith Lee.
As everyone in the crowd.
As we know, Rey Mysterio. Here's what I'm thinking: Keith Lee, Brock Lesnar, title match in the future. I mean, if you look at his physique, he looks like he could take Brock Lesnar and Vince.
Take down anything.
Exactly, and so I
And he's athletic as crap.
This
Yeah.
just proves the good old What Culture song to be true. The good old
Vince
Vince
McMahon likes big sweaty men.
It was a one and done, Nick. Honestly, Keith Lee, not World Heavyweight Championship material.
Yet.
Very
Not
good
yet.
wrestler. Yet. But
I could see him with the IC.
Oh, he'd
or
be an
US.
amazing IC title,
Mid card easily. I mean,
which I'm sure we're gonna get the IC
new
title
IC
again.
title.
Yeah.
anyways, Joey Janela.
That I guess could fall under news. Or do you want to talk about that when we talk about
that's
Friday?
SmackDown.
That's SmackDown.
Joey Janela, I'm just going to do this one quickly because we got to wrap up the news. Joey Janela pissed off at AEW creative team, so basically the Young Bucks, because they're not promoting a match between him and Shawn Spears. I mean, it's very petty. You know, it's very like, oh, you're not giving. I built my career for 14 years. I'm sorry, I'm making fun. I love Joey Janela.
Hey.
I do. I just think he's being a little bit of a bitch here for no reason. His
Joey
tweet got
Janela,
deleted.
He's not been wrestling for 14 years.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he has.
Has he?
He's
might
been
have
wrestling
been.
since he was like early teens.
Shit.
Yeah, like 2006,
Because he's what,
I think.
29-ish?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wrote Joey
Cool.
here. He's been wrestling since 2006.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Fair enough.
That wraps up the news. That's all the news is.
Friday Night SmackDown. This review was written by our good friend at Bleacher Report,
No, it
the
wasn't
one and
actually.
only Kevin Burge.
Okay.
Your boy Mitch.
Okay.
All
okay.
right.
Let's do this, I guess, Kevin.
So it started off with a triple threat match between Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, and Rhea Ripley. Did you watch SmackDown last Friday, Nick?
I watched the highlights ever since the first episode of SmackDown, and then I watched the second one.
Yeah.
I didn't really give it a chance because it's just been god awful. I watched the highlights though. I watched the highlights.
This past Friday's wasn't terrible.
Well, okay.
I don't think, at least.
I don't remember watching. Oh, yeah. It actually wasn't that bad. You're right.
No.
That match, the Sasha Banks one, I watching the highlights, like it looked really good. Like
For a
hard-hitting.
triple threat women's match in 2019, it was good.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you know.
Keyword for a triple threat women's
Yeah.
match in
because
2019.
We've had a couple triple threat women's matches that sucked in 2019. Main event of WrestleMania.
Main event, yeah.
Don't bring that up. That was a tough time.
All right. What happened first on SmackDown?
That match.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a B+ from Kevin. Fair enough.
All right, Kevin.
not bad.
His analysis is as follows. This was an entertaining way to open the show, NXT's team was finally revealed with the quiet addition of Toni Storm, which likely should have been made into a bigger deal than it was. The team also got a big momentum boost by taking the surprise victory. Fair enough.
Yeah, apparently it really worked out.
Fair enough. Yeah. Up next, we had Undisputed Era versus The New Day and Heavy Machinery.
If I watched that for the most part, Undisputed Era took it, right?
Yeah.
What did Kevin give it? Because I'd give it like a B plus, B. Yeah?
Looked all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin.
Obviously, I don't get to watch the full matches on the highlights, so
I
mind.
No, there's like...
That was before that they unveiled the new IC title. What do you feel about
How do we feel about the IC title, the new one?
When I first saw it on Instagram, I was like, yikes. But it's actually like, now that I've seen it at Survivor Series, it's not that bad.
It grew on me.
Yeah.
It grew on me for sure.
I liked it. I still like it. I like the design. The only thing that I would change about it, as we have been discussing back and forth in the new CKDJ wrestling group,
I'd make it white.
More color.
I'd make it white. I'd make it white and I'd make the worlds on it blue.
Yeah.
Like what I sent to the group. Did you see the thing I sent?
Yeah.
I would make, that's what I would do.
Yeah. Oh man, now I'm just imagining if we got Marco in here to...
Even some red highlights on it, like somewhere, like some just red X, that would look pretty.
Or maybe
pretty
just
dope.
sort of personalize, like, you know how they have, instead of the name plates, they've got like the side plates now?
Yeah. I like the side.
Personalize the side plates more to give it more, like, instead of just whatever fucking black and white clip art logo, maybe personalize them a little bit more.
Like the Velveteen Dreams is purple. That's kind of dope. Have you seen his?
Yeah.
That was on the...
Imagine that title, and actually, I was about to say, imagine that title in purple if Velveteen Dream wins it, but then I realized it just looked like the Cruiserweight title.
Yeah,
so.
that would look exactly like the Cruiserweight title.
Yeah, but the thing is, now that the Cruiserweight title isn't on the main roster anymore, it would technically be okay.
True.
Next
True, I guess.
What happened after that? After the...
Bray Wyatt does not answer Daniel Bryan's summons.
Yeah.
And then Daniel Bryan went on to face The Miz.
I'm happy they're reviving that. I hope they do it properly.
Yeah.
The Miz and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
I remember they had a segment here in WWE Ottawa when we went.
Like the live show?
Yeah. And because weren't they in a feud then?
Yeah, they were.
And I don't think they really got to...
Chance.
That feud wasn't really...
It was bad.
It was bad. Like...
We'll talk about our live event experience.
We're going to talk about all our live event experience later, but just... Yeah, I'm excited for that feud because the segment that was on at WWE Live was pretty good.
Yeah.
They have good chemistry.
Well, we got to keep this rolling.
Yeah. We had up next... Actually, what time... What's our time right now?
18.
Yeah, okay. So, well, there's like 2 minutes in behind.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're going to speed things up a little bit here. Bayley attempted to sneak attack Shayna Baszler. Attempted
because Baszler got the best of it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And in the main event of the evening, we had King Corbin and Rudolph take on Roman Reigns and Ali G.
Well, you know how I feel about it because you got my boy Kingy Corbs on there.
Corbs.
I'm giving that an S. That's better than an A+. So actually, as a match, it was fine. And then the NXT people attacked, and he had the stupid DX thing with the van or the truck
the tank.
Triple H and Shawn Michaels just sitting on the ramp.
Yeah,
just like looking.
Did you see the after the show segment?
No.
Well, they were doing the whole DX thing, and then they got Corbin to get hit by everyone's finishing move. Like in DX. So you got Road Dogg, you got the Sweet Chin music, and then you got the pedigree.
Wait, Road Dogg was there?
Road Dogg wasn't.
Well, he was in the after.
I love Road Dogg.
Well, I thought he was signed to AEW.
No, that's Billy Gunn.
Fuck, right. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So that's...
Yeah, overall, what would you guys give SmackDown? From what you saw, Nick, what would you give it?
I mean, B maybe.
B, fair.
Yeah, I'd give it. Yeah, it was a B.
B minus.
It was not a great go-home show.
No.
But it was a good SmackDown, but not a good go-home show. You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah, fair.
Cool.
Anyways, we're going to cut to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be talking
War Games.
You're listening to Wrestling with Ideas right here on CKDJ 1079.
Hey everybody, this is Nick Aldis, aka Magnus, and you're listening to Wrestling with Ideas.
Welcome back inside the CKDJ studios, right here for Wrestling with Ideas on CKDJ 1079, Ottawa's new music. You got the Music Man, the Shockmaster, and what's your nickname again?
NPSpillz.
NPSpillz. Nick Paquette. Here we go. War games, baby.
War games, or as William Regal, war games. We'll settle issue war games.
Are you William Regal or Bad News Barrett right now?
That's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Except Bad News Barrett was way cooler. So,
hey, don't diss my boy.
I loved him, man. We had a pre-show match on NXT.
Did we?
Which is weird.
Really?
Yeah, it was Angel Gaza and Isaiah Swerve Scott, which was actually really good.
Shane Strickland.
The guy that gets his pants ripped off when he gets powerbombed.
No, that's Garza.
Yeah. And then,
Springing. I said this. I don't know if you heard. I was talking about there was a match a couple weeks ago on NXT, and then Mauro Ranallo. I still haven't heard a greater commentary line this year.
Oh yeah, I heard you
He
talk
goes,
about that. Yeah.
Tony Nese just powerbombed a pair of pants. Anyways, moving on.
that was actually a crazy match.
It was.
That match was, in my opinion, I'd give it 4 stars. They gave it 4 1/4 stars. So whatever.
Are you on Bleacher Report?
Yeah.
They give it stars?
Yeah, on here they gave it. I guess this guy works in stars and not grades.
Thank fuck.
This guy's a little bit of a Meltzer boy.
He's a Meltzer protege.
So the start of the real match, we got, or like a real card. We had the first War Games, which is the Team Ripley versus Team Baszler. Ripley won, but it was truly just 2 members of Team Ripley because Dakota Kai turned on, what's her face, her partner.
Io Shirai?
No.
Tegan Knox.
Tegan Knox.
Oh.
So they were taken out. So it was just Ripley and Candice LeRae that were in the match. Truly.
That's probably the best way that they could have gone about it.
Yeah,
because arguably, when you look at the 4 members on that team that were slated to compete together, those Rhea Ripley and Candice LeRae are the 2 most talented on that team.
Yeah.
They're the most experienced.
I'd give it a
stuff,
4.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 4-star rating. This guy gave it a 4.5. So this guy's not that bad. This guy's no Kevin, that's for sure. After that, we had an insane triple threat match with Pete Dunne, Killian Dane, and Damian Priest.
See, here's the thing.
I love Damian Priest, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, so do I, man. He's my guy, but I'm also a Pete Dunne.
He's good too.
I'm not loving Pete Dunne recently.
You're not a fan of the small British guys. What the fuck is wrong with you, Mitch?
That's true. I'm not a British wrestling guy. I like Irishmen that are small though.
Yeah.
Finn Balor.
Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
Although he's technically from Wisconsin, that's a different story. Before,
Jordan Devlin.
Like Jordan. You mean Finn Balor 2.0?
Yes.
Anyways, back to what I was trying to say before.
Sorry.
No. That was my fault completely. After that final bell had sounded for this match, I thought this was going to be match of the night.
Yeah, and you know what?
I honestly did.
What would you give it then?
I would give it a 5.
Okay, maybe you're gonna have a rival here, because Kevin here gave it 3 stars.
Kevin?
No, not Anthony. Little
He gave
Kevin.
it 3.
He gave it 3.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I would have given it a 4.5 ish.
4.5, yeah.
It was pretty.
I mean,
it was pretty damn good.
I would say the only reason I'm giving it a 5, like I would give it like based off of just the match itself, I would give it a 4.5 as well. But based off the fact that there are 2 of my favorite wrestlers that were in the match.
Yeah, I really walked out being impressed with Damian Priest.
Yeah. Pete Dunne went over, by the way.
Yeah, done, and that's why he fought on Survivor Series. Whatever.
Yeah.
Here's a match that I loved, which was
Balor
Matt Riddle
Riddle.
and Finn Balor. Did you watch it?
Yes. I watched the
Hell
entire
yeah!
thing. Oh fuck, it was so good.
Balor went over.
Yeah. What did Anthony give it?
He gave it 3.5. I don't know what this guy's on about.
You guys think Balor's ever going to win the NXT title again?
No.
No?
I disagree.
NXT?
I disagree. I think
Yeah.
he's going to win the NXT title.
Unless
he goes for the other one, the North American, which is my favorite title still.
Yeah.
That's the best looking
I don't
title.
know.
I'd like to see him
It
beat
would
Adam
depend.
Cole.
It's weird.
You'd
It's-
like to see him beat Adam Cole? See, I have a feeling that if he were to win the NXT championship again, he'd have to beat somebody else.
I agree.
I don't know. I don't know who can beat Adam Cole right now with the momentum he has. It would have to be someone big.
Ciampa.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to see Ciampa with it again.
No, temporary though.
Maybe when Gargano comes
guess.
back.
Transitional champion.
If
Yeah,
Gargano comes back and wins it, then Balor will
Kevin
take
Owens?
it off him. Perfect segue. Men's war games. I called it, man.
That wasn't even planned.
I called this, if you remember.
Yeah. I was watching it. I remember watching it with my I was watching it with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I was like, just as they were all kind of, they did the camera cut.
Yeah.
And then they were just there. I was just kind of like da 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 da.
Yeah.
And then his theme song hits, and my girlfriend just stares at me for like 30 seconds, and she's just like, "How the fuck?" And I'm like,
Before Owens came out, a little bit hit me and said, "What if this is Johnny Mundo? What if this is John Morrison?" I didn't think about it.
Royal Rumble for him.
Yeah?
I have a feeling.
That'd be a good.
I'd love to see him back. I was like, "Is this the time? Are you gonna do it now?" The match was incredible.
Yes.
Again,
what was your favorite spot? Because I know what my favorite spot was. I have two, actually, now that I think about it.
Well, okay, what was yours?
My second favorite spot was the Panama Sunrise in between the ring.
Yeah.
In between the rings. And then my favorite spot was obviously the finish.
Yeah, off the top of the cage.
What I didn't... Now, here's the thing, though. The one thing I didn't necessarily understand was how... Oh, shit, that might have been Sunday. There were two finishes that were basically the same, where the one guy hit his finisher, and then
he
got pushed, and then the other guy went in. Was that Sunday?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Sunday.
okay. Never mind then. Keep going.
My favorite spot of that was when Owens did the frog splash onto Kyle O'Reilly, who had
I saw
the
that on
arm bar.
Instagram, yeah.
That was dope. Anthony gave it a 4.25 stars. I would have given that one a 5.
Yeah.
Easily. All right, that's War Games, man.
That's War Games.
War Games was like a 9 out of 10. That was a good ass show. Maybe.
Oh, am I supposed to have it up on Bleacher Report? Oh,
Doesn't matter.
Have it wherever.
I'll pull it up on Bleacher Report just so we're.
It's 27. So
Okay, yeah, we're fine.
that was only 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll blow through the first half of Survivor Series in the next bit,
All right.
and then we'll segue.
Grades. Here we go. Bleacher Report.
Who wrote it?
Who wrote it? It was Eric.
Hey,
Eric!
It was Eric. So
Eric Beeston.
Eric Beeston. Yeah. So first match was the cross-branded tag team battle royal.
Which made no sense because they just threw that in there.
Yeah. It was. It was.
Rudolph won that.
Rudolph.
I didn't watch the pre-show. I know Rudolph won. What do you think they gave it?
Ooh. Well,
Is he
that's
working?
low.
Is he working in stars or letters?
Oh no, he's working in letters.
Oh, it's low. C.
D minus.
Ooh, you're close, Colin. D
Okay.
plus.
D plus. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Next up was the cruiserweight match.
I like that one.
Leo Rush
Yeah, it was
obviously
impressive.
defeated Akira
Tozawa
Tozawa and Kalisto. What do you think they gave that?
C plus.
Yeah. C plus B minus.
C plus.
Yeah. Eric kind of knows what's up.
Yeah.
Eric's got it going on.
And then we go to the main show. First match of the night was the Viking Raiders versus the Undisputed Era versus the New Day.
Who you wanted to have win?
I really did.
Who did go over?
Experience or Raiders.
Viking Raiders.
War Machine, damn it!
War Machine.
War Machine won.
Yeah.
was
they
a good
probably
match.
gave that one an A.
I gave it a B.
Gave it a B.
Eric
Okay,
gave it a B.
Eric.
He knows what he's talking about. Yeah.
That wasn't bad.
Fair enough.
That wasn't bad.
I wouldn't mind seeing like once Undisputed Era jump up.
Yeah.
If they do.
Yeah, I don't know if they will.
If they do, I wouldn't mind seeing O'Reilly and Fish take on War Machine
Again?
in like a feud.
Yeah,
That'd be
but they
pretty
did that in
sick.
NXT.
Yeah,
Twice.
but did they?
Okay, yeah.
Oh shit!
All right.
Next up was our first of two Survivor Series matches. The women, Team SmackDown, Team Raw, Team NXT.
Now, we watched this together.
Yeah, we watched.
So,
Yeah,
I know how you feel about this whole card. How did you feel about this women's thing?
This women's match?
Yeah. It was long. I felt
Too
it was
long. It felt like it was an AEW long.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like it ended at the right moment. Now I don't know.
Oh, it ended at the right moment.
ended
Don't get me
like
wrong.
it didn't go too long, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
like
okay.
I think it ended like when it should have ended.
Okay.
I thought it was a little lengthy. I like that they just took out Charlotte though.
Yeah.
They're like, listen, she's not the boss.
I like the as much as
Sasha
I
Banks.
as much as I don't like Asuka, I love the return of the green
Oh,
mist.
I love Asuka.
I like the green
I love the
mist.
green mist. It's pretty cool to see.
It's kind of yucky, but I like it.
I love how I think it was Jerry Lawler made a reference to
Kabuki?
the Great Kabuki.
Yeah, I was on
which I
Raw,
think
yeah.
is the first reference to the Great Kabuki.
Nope. It's not. Remember when Ambrose back when with Seth's
No, but
Money in
and
the
the
Bank?
Kabuki Warriors though.
Oh, in the Kabuki
Oh, in the
Warriors.
Kabuki Warriors, yes,
like
yes.
referencing
I
the
thought
Great
you
Kabuki
meant.
while
Yeah, yeah,
talking about
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Kabuki
yeah.
Warriors.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I know what you mean though with like the slime. Yeah.
Who's in there,
That
Kabuki?
blew up. That whole Seth Rollins opening the Money in the Bank
I
thing
love
blew
that.
up way bigger than it should have.
Yeah.
Anyways, what did he give that match? Because
Oh,
I
he
would
gave-
give it a B plus.
It was a B.
Okay.
Yeah. Next was probably my match of the night. AJ Styles, Roderick
this was
Strong,
really good.
and AJ Styles versus Roderick Strong versus Shinsuke. Obviously, U.S. title versus North American title versus IC title.
Yeah. It was pretty good.
It was a good match. Strong went over, which didn't surprise me as much as it surprised a couple people that we were watching it with.
Who else were you watching it with?
Our friend Nick Ferland and my brother.
Oh, yeah.
They were on their phones the entire night, basically. So we kept this as a surprise that Nick Paquette was coming on the show to everyone.
I almost blew it.
And we talked about it in front of them, and they were so busy on their phones that they just didn't even register that we were. Anyways, whatever.
Shit.
What do you think they gave
A minus?
A minus to an A.
I would have given it an A plus.
Yeah.
But it was an A. They gave it an
They
A.
gave it an
Fair.
A. It was
That was
pretty hell-
fair.
The next match after that though is my match of the night.
That was a good match too.
Pete Dunne and Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Dunn, Adam Cole. Yeah.
Let's go to that. And MITCH Championship match. Adam Cole versus Pete Dunne. Now, Mitch was telling me when we were watching this that he'd like to see the NXT title more on the WWE pay-per-views, which I totally agree with.
Yeah.
I think,
No.
especially I'm not saying they should have it at every pay-per-view because obviously
No, I
No
agree.
Mercy, Backlash, that'd be kind of dumb. But the big ones,
SummerSlams, Royal Rumbles.
Big Four.
Yeah.
exactly.
Even
Or
just like half of them.
this coming Sunday, WWE Starrcade.
Is that
I
this?
thought, that's this Sunday. I thought you were gonna say C4 this Friday.
But if you do use the NXT title on pay-per-views, you can bring in Balor to win it.
yeah.
You know, it's someone people know. Anyways, whatever.
Yeah.
Next
so
match.
As long as
Cole
as long
defeated
as,
Dunn?
Yeah, as long as all big pay-per-views aren't announced as Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT.
Yeah.
That's something I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Anyways, we didn't get to the ratings there. Cole defeated Dunn, obviously.
I gave it an A plus.
It was an A.
It was an A. Okay. I mean, that Panama Sunrise finisher, when he went for the bitter end. Whoa.
Oh my God, that was good.
Yeah.
That was a good finish. Next match was our Universal Championship match. Daniel Bryan, D-Bry versus The Fiend.
That was surprisingly good.
I liked it. I'm surprised that I liked it as much as I did.
The red lights got to go.
Yeah.
I don't like
I
the red
agree.
lights.
I swear,
anymore.
I thought they were going to do blue.
They should.
I liked the red lights at Hell in a Cell, but not anymore.
So The Fiend went over. They gave it a B plus. Fair enough. Good match.
Yeah.
Next was it wasn't our main event actually.
Is this
Was-
5-on-5-on-5?
Yeah, this was the Team NXT versus Team Raw versus Team SmackDown.
We thought this was going to be the main event.
Wait, what main evented?
The triple threat women.
What about Lesnar and?
That was second last. That was the beer break match.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Did you watch?
I did, but I was
Out of it.
out of it. So you're telling me, because I remember watching the matches.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that the 5-on-5-on-5
Yep.
came
Third last.
followed by
Lesnar,
Lesnar
Rey
Mysterio.
Yeah.
Followed by
Main evented by the
Yeah,
triple threat
Survivor
women.
Series was not main evented by a Survivor Series match. Makes sense.
Again.
Makes sense. So that match was pretty good. Team SmackDown.
That match was very good.
Yeah.
Now, what do you guys think about the addition of Walter as the last guy in Team NXT?
I thought it was cool, and then they just got rid of him.
Yeah.
Vince apparently saw Walter and was like, yeah, he can't go over.
I mean, I get
Right.
that.
And I totally
Does
understand
Vince
that.
McMahon like big sweaty men?
I don't know. Walter isn't sweaty enough, though.
I guess Walter, he's not sweaty enough. I don't know.
He's a pasty bastard, though.
He is.
How much of the sweat can you actually see, right?
No,
like,
exactly.
for all you know.
If Walter wrestled in the 1980s, he would be one of the top heels, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, easy.
Right?
He should be a top heel
he
now.
should be in the 80s.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Anyway, yeah,
What did you give it?
Eric gave it a B.
Okay.
Solid
I'd give
rating.
it an A, but okay.
Lesnar, Mysterio.
Next up was
I'd give this
most surprising, I think, result. Rey Mysterio
yeah.
versus Brock Lesnar. And I listened to the pod last week. Mitch was saying Rey Mysterio was going to win
I thought he was.
because of Dominic coming in.
Yeah.
Which I totally agreed with, honestly. Like,
So did they, except they just didn't agree with him winning.
Honestly, I am okay with him not winning.
I'm okay with him not
No,
winning.
yeah.
I
would've
do
liked
want to
see
say
him
that
win
I
it.
fucking loved the double 619 spot, though.
that was pretty
was-
sick.
Rey Mysterio, or Dominic fucking looked amazing.
Yeah. I gotta say, after Dominic's frog splash, how much damage does Rey Mysterio's do?
That-
you know? It's like, Dominic,
If
you
your
could
kid,
splash someone.
if your kid can put you up on his shoulders, chances are he's gonna do more damage.
Yeah, yeah,
This-
yeah.
This would have been the perfect opportunity for Brock to lose. Mitch said that to me, and I again agreed with him there. If you're gonna have Brock Lesnar lose, this is the way you do it.
It has to be,
Right?
in my opinion.
Like-
that had to be the way that you
But
lose that one.
yeah, I don't know why they didn't,
What did
but
they give this one?
they gave it a B. I would have given
give
it.
it a B.
I would have gone a C there, just because why would you bring out Dominic if they're not gonna put him over?
Weird ending.
Yeah. So
I was okay with it.
Yeah.
This match is probably the worst match of the
Mate,
night.
what are you talking about? I'm just kidding. It was it was really bad. So we had a champion, obviously last match of the night, champion versus champion. Shayna Baszler, NXT champion. Bayley, SmackDown champion, and Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's champion, going in a 3-on-3 match, or not a 3-on-3 match, triple threat match.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. Didn't like it one
Now,
bit. It was stupid.
When we figured out that this was the main event, I honestly thought right away, boom, Ronda Rousey was going to return, because why else would
we
you?
talked about that.
Why else would you main event? Why else would this be the main event? Like, why else?
I thought Ronda was going to come screw Baszler.
There's no reason for this to be the main event. It wasn't a good match.
And then push a storyline with Ronda and Shayna.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I thought maybe the 4 horsewomen, there might be a thing about that. 4 horsewomen would come out and they'd have a thing, but it didn't happen. Yeah, it was a bad match.
What did they give it?
C+.
Fair.
Yeah, it's a fair grade.
Overall, what would you guys give Survivor Series?
I'd give it like a B plus A minus.
Yeah.
There was just one match I was disappointed in.
Yeah, I'd go an A- for sure, because I've kind of been comparing everything to AEW recently, because that's what
Who
I've
hasn't
watched.
been?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like how do you go from watching AEW to watching a Bobby Lashley, Rusev, Lana thing? Like,
We can see the explosion of the Bobby Lashley versus Rusev with Lana feud at WWE Starrcade.
is that when they're doing the blow off?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's
Good to see Rusev. It's good to see Rusev back
No.
on TV, but
No, it's not going to be a blow off. We know it's not going to be a blow
I
off.
have the Raw thing here.
Yeah,
if
well,
we want to
we
blow
should
through
probably
it.
we should probably cut to a commercial though, eh?
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, we are going to cut to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be talking Monday Night Raw, as well as previewing tonight's episode. Well,
Nah. We don't need to.
redo it.
Yeah.
We're going to cut to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be talking Monday Night Raw, as well as previewing a little bit of a local card that is having everybody in Ottawa going crazy. You're listening to Wrestling
Banana
with
Land.
Ideas right here on CKDJ 1079.
What's up? It's Sheldon Jean, and you're listening to Wrestling with Ideas.
Welcome back inside the CKDJ studios right here for Wrestling with Ideas on CKDJ 1079, baby. Got the Music Man, Shockmaster,
NPSpillz?
Yeah,
NPSpillz.
yeah, whatever.
Long-winded story.
The three of us are going to be talking about Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
that was all right.
It's been the best one in months.
It was borderline watchable tonight.
It's the best November one, that's for damn sure.
Okay, yeah. Even October. It's been best in 2 months.
Fair.
I'd say that, yeah.
Best since the draft.
Yeah, I'd say so. Seth Rollins berates the Raw roster.
Of course.
I thought that this was him just being a tool because he's Seth Rollins, but it had a purpose, so I was okay with it. What'd you guys give it? Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Who's doing
The
the
segment?
rating here, actually?
Kev?
Oh, no.
Kev?
It's Kevin Burge.
It's Kevin.
Hey.
Okay, well, Kevin gave this a C+.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd give it,
That's
okay,
fair.
I'm fine with that. Yeah. Kevin, you fuck. Bobby Lashley defeating Titus O'Neil.
Why?
That was just the setup, right?
How was that
me?
not like at least a D, right?
That's an F because it didn't even.
Yeah? Yeah, you think that's an F, Nick? Yeah?
You think that's an F?
You know what happens?
You know what
Nick?
happens to people that
You know
think
what
that's
happens,
an F?
Nick? You think, yeah? Kevin Burge gave it a B. This is what I'm talking about, Nick.
You're telling me he doesn't rate things good, but that was a B?
He gave it a B.
A B?
Are we adding Kevin to the shock list for the second week in a row?
Oh, Kevin, you know what happens, Kevin? Should make the list. Okay. Then we got the Authors of Pain versus Hawkins and Ryder.
Okay, hear me out.
Okay.
For a couple jobber tag teams, this was a good match.
It was.
Yeah. What would
I
you give
loved this one. I'd give it a B plus.
Yeah, B plus.
I'd give it a B minus.
plus. Kevin Burge also would give it a B minus.
Okay,
So
fair enough.
I know.
I mean, I dare I say I like AOP.
I like AOP and I like
good.
Hawkins and Ryder.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
They're both solid tag teams.
This one was weird. Andrade versus Akira Tozawa.
Okay, sure.
I mean, the match was good.
Please tell me
yeah, it was
Andrade
alright.
went over. I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Andrade went over.
Okay.
It was good, though. Because it was.
Is it just me or does Andrade look bigger than when he debuted?
Oh, he's on
He
roids.
does.
He is on.
Is he on roids? He looks like
Yeah.
he's beefy. He's
Oh, yeah,
beefy now.
It's just
He's
the traps.
Oh, he's on
It's
beef.
the traps.
He's on beef.
He's on
Roidy,
beef.
He's on beef.
they gave that a C.
Okay.
That's fair.
Whatever. Buddy Murphy, Matt Hardy and then Aleister Black came and ruined it.
Wait.
Buddy Murphy, Matt.
Hold on.
Matt Hardy, yeah.
Backtrack a bit.
Yeah.
When the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
Matt
how
Hardy.
the fuck?
yeah, Matt Hardy.
Matt
What
Hardy came
happened
back.
though?
He just
He came out.
brought him back. I feel like
I
Jeff's coming back.
love it because it's just like that was every time like the Hardys return like Matt or Jeff, they always get a massive pop. That was probably the biggest pop I've heard in quite a
Did
while.
Aleister Black pull a? Oh, Matt Hardy, I knew you.
No.
He actually he went after Buddy Murphy.
Aleister Black?
Yeah.
Buddy Murphy knocked on.
So that'll be hella good.
Yeah, Buddy Murphy
Oh,
knocked.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been so good if Aleister Black oh, Matt Hardy.
I knew you'd come. Pick a fight. He gave that a B. I'd give it a A-ish. It was good.
Yeah, it's a good match.
This match was probably match of the night. Ricochet, Orton, McIntyre, and Mysterio.
Oh, this was insane. This was a great
contender
match.
for the U.S. title. Yeah. What would you guys give it? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I would.
A.
I would give it an A.
I'd give it an A too. He gave it an A minus.
Okay.
That's fair.
Well,
Again, I say
mostly
that a
because
lot,
he's a
but
stupid
it's fair.
fuck. United States Championship match: AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio.
Mysterio went over in a decision that's having a lot of people questioning as to why.
I don't know.
It's because
weird. They just buried Styles weirdly.
Because they didn't want Rey Mysterio to lose too much momentum. Maybe I don't.
Could
know.
this be them sending?
I was just thinking.
Because you know how Finn Balor's already down in NXT.
Yeah, I wonder if they
Could this be
him
them
down
sending the OC down to NXT
to take out the
to take out Undisputed Era?
Yeah,
I'd
this
love that.
definitely on the cards.
I'd love it.
Oh my god!
If that's what this is setting up for, I'd change it from like a B rating to an A rating.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a feeling it's not.
I would love that just to see.
Oh, me too.
Like how many
That's a
members?
dream.
How many people in that feud would have been in the Bullet Club? 5?
Yeah,
Cole,
Cole, and then
all of the OC.
and then all of the OC. Exactly.
Yeah,
So like
including
5, yeah.
Balor. I'm putting him in there.
All you need is Chase Owens. Sign Chase Owens up.
Don't sign Chase Owens.
Sign Hangman Page, even though he's
Don't
in AEW.
Don't do that.
You know who you need to sign?
Marty Scurll.
Hikuleo.
Why?
Exactly. Exactly. The big Samoan dude.
He gave that a we got to keep this movie.
Oh, in
anyway.
the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Anyways,
He gave that a B plus. Right after that, we had Charlotte versus Asuka.
why?
I mean, he gave it an A-minus.
It was
fucking kidding
It was
me?
it wasn't a bad match.
It wasn't a bad match.
I think A is a bit like, what was it again?
He gave it an A-minus.
A minus is a little generous.
I'd give it a B-minus.
I'd give it B minus, B plus. I mean,
Well, B-minus or B-plus?
I'd give it somewhere in the B's. Is what? Yeah.
Eric Rowan versus local competitor. I mean,
How
do you rate a squash match? You know?
I don't know.
He gave it a D plus. I mean, for a squash match, it's an A because that's just how it is, you know. Our main event here was Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins.
I loved this match.
It was pretty good. Yeah,
it was really
decent,
good.
Yeah.
He gave it a B plus, and I think it deserves an A.
Now, the only thing that I'm questioning is AOP's involvement.
Questioning? Or
Yeah,
loving?
I don't know.
I don't know
What's going on there. What's going to happen?
Remember J&J?
Yeah.
J&J Security?
Now that Seth Rollins
It's
is
just
turning
that,
heel.
but it's going to be reversed, I think. It's going to be Seth doesn't wrestle, and he just sends the Authors of Pain to do his crap.
So Seth Rollins is manager for AOP now.
Kind of, but he'll still
He's the
wrestle.
Paul
Kind of
Ellering.
like, he's the Paul Ellering. Yeah. He's like, where am I? It feels bad, but the only thing that I can kind of compare this to right now is like Shinsuke and Sammy.
Yeah, but you can also say it's
Because
kind
you
of
could
like
have
the
Sammy,
OC.
you could have Seth as like the mouthpiece for AOP because they barely speak English.
Yeah, but you could say it's like the OC too, with AJ and the.
That's
maybe
true.
that's what they're replacing.
Yeah.
Maybe they are sending the OC down, and this is the
And then you have Seth and AOP.
replacement heel faction.
Ah.
I'd be down for that.
That'd be pretty cool.
I'd be down for that.
Anyways,
that's Raw, man.
yeah.
Raw was not a stool dribbler.
No.
It was not.
What would you give Raw?
7 out of 10.
Okay.
I don't know what that in grading. I think that's a B. I don't know.
7 out of 10? It's
man.
a B minus.
B
Yeah, I'd
minus?
probably
give
go
it a B
like,
minus.
I'd go maybe 7.5.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, fair.
Talk about C4.
C4, yep. So I'll pull that card up. We're
Talk
having
about
some
Bray
lighting
Wyatt.
issues here in the studio.
We talked
The
about Bray
fiend,
Wyatt. Oh God.
the fiend is showing up again.
Maybe the Undertaker's coming.
You're going 1-on-1 with the Undertaker. That was a horrible Teddy Long.
That was
that was Teddy Long.
was?
I thought it was Kermit the Frog.
I thought that was
love Undertaker.
Wasn't Kermit the Frog a special guest like
He was.
GM?
The Muppets were on.
they were on
Raw
Raw.
one year.
I remember Beaker and Sheamus had a segment
Because they're the same.
because they're the same person.
Cool.
I'm just pulling up the full card here.
Yep. We'll just.
We'll blow through this quickly. Do some quick predictions. Nick,
Yeah.
how familiar are you with Ottawa Indies?
He's way more familiar than I am.
I've been to a couple. I went to the Animal House when it was here with Colt Cabana. Got to meet Colt Cabana. Great guy. And I went to Fighting Back.
Okay.
Those are the two shows I've seen.
Okay.
Yeah, but you also just know more than I do with this shit.
Yeah.
All right. So, C4 presents their 12th anniversary, I think. Yeah. So their 12th anniversary show this coming Friday. Sexy Eddie's going to be making a career announcement. He's been wrestling for a while now. AEW, yeah, Sexy Eddie. And then you have Joey Ryan go over to AEW too. No.
No, I'm just kidding. I love Joey Ryan.
If this is the end of the road for Sexy Eddie, fuck yeah.
Thank you.
He's been great. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you for your service, but yeah, time to move on.
Yep. Junior Benito versus Scrapper James Stone versus Kevin Bennett.
Ooh,
This is going to be good.
that's going to be hard hitting.
Friend of the show, Junior Benito.
Friend of the show, Junior Benito. I'm going to go Junior going over.
Probably. He could take the win there.
Yeah.
He'd take it and run.
I love Junior Benito, but I'm going to go with James Stone.
He's wrestled Stone before.
James, yeah.
Yeah.
James
At the
Stone.
last show.
Yeah.
James Stone is a badass. I like James Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Space Pirates versus Fight or Flight.
Oh, it's got to be Space Pirates, man. I love the Space Pirates. Space Monkey, absolute legend.
Yep. And then in a 4-corner scramble, we've got the Kanawaki Destroyer Kevin Blanchard versus Aiden Prince versus Alexia Nicole versus the returning Cecil Nix.
Yo, Cecil Nix for sure.
Cecil.
Who did he wrestle at Animal House? Was it Penelope Ford?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good match.
Yes.
Cecil.
It was supposed to be Joey Janela, which I was really excited for because I love Joey Janela, but he
then you
broke
got to
his
meet
neck
him.
or something.
Then you got to meet Joey Janela. So,
love
anyways,
Joey Janela.
And Joey Ryan.
Yep. And the reason for that being was there was originally scheduled to be a match between Lufisto and Tony Deppen, but because of an injury that Lufisto sustained, they moved Danhausen from the Four Corners Scramblehausen, and now in a special challenge Hausen, Tony Deppen is facing Danhausen.
Yeah. Dope.
Yeah. I don't know enough about both of them.
Yeah.
To be
Tony
honest.
Deppen is like he's one of the most down to earth guys.
Right.
That I spoke to him at Fighting Back.
Mm-hmm.
He's going everywhere. Like he's been booked for like GCW's Japan tours.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
And everything.
If I saw a picture, I'd probably know him.
He's the guy that he's a shorter guy. He's a ginger, and he's like very fucking. Like, he's got red cheeks all the time. He looks like he's about to blow a fucking vessel in his brain.
I don't know who that is.
I have no idea who that is.
Okay, anyways, moving on. The Dark Order versus Bear Country.
Oh, our boys.
Never
the
heard
Dark
of Bear
Order.
Country. Got to go with the Dark Order.
Yeah.
Dark Order.
How can you not?
In a first time ever match, you got Josh Briggs versus Madman Fulton.
Oh, I know Fulton. He was in Sanity. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Sawyer Fulton, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Friend of the show, Sawyer Fulton. Thanks
Yeah.
to Zach. We interviewed him like 1.5 years, 2 years ago. But my thing here, if you put a guy on the poster, he goes over. My pick goes to Josh Briggs.
Yeah.
In a double championship trios match, I'm not sure if this is actually for the championships, but we've got the C4 tag champions in Kobe Durst and Matt Angel
Love them.
teaming up with C4 Underground champion Jonathan Rukin to take on Le Tabarnak de Team and unkillable Kevin Bennett. Or Kevin Blackwood. Shit. Kevin Blackwood.
TDT.
Gotta go TDT.
Yeah.
I love their
Now-
theme too, by the way.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna go with the tag champs.
Yeah.
Angel.
Now, I'm not sure if this is actually for the belts, but I would love to see TDT as tag champs again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
In the main event, we've got the walking weapon Josh Alexander versus Red Death Daniel Garcia for the C4 championship.
Right.
Who's the champion? Sorry,
Josh.
Josh. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna say a retain. Ooh, unless they want to. Do they have another show in December? Do you know?
No.
Okay, this is it. Then yeah, probably change it up.
You think he's gonna lose?
Changing it up going into
Because Josh has
2020.
been champion. Let me see if I can remember this. What happened was
We talked about this before.
Yeah, but this happened like last year.
It was like a year, yeah.
Matt Angel won the C4 championship from Kobe Durst.
Oh, is that because he won the match at Animal House?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So Matt Angel went up against Kobe Durst.
Yeah.
And won the belt in November, like at the November show. And then in January of, I guess it was 2019, Josh Alexander beat Matt Angel.
Yeah.
And Kobe Durst. I'm pretty sure it was a 3-way match. Anyways.
That's
it for the show, I guess, really.
Our regular schedule.
Our regularly scheduled programming. Tune into the podcast for a special
Festival of Friendship.
A special
Like
Festival of
this.
Friendship trip down memory lane between Nick and Mitch. Music Man out. I'll see you guys next week.
What's up, everybody? This is All Ego Ethan Page, Canada's greatest professional wrestler. And you are listening to Wrestling with Ideas.
Welcome back, everybody. This is a bit different here. I'm opening up this because this is no longer Wrestling with Ideas. This is the Festival of Friendship. This is the Shockmaster segment. This is the Shockmaster show. You're listening to Wrestling with Ideas on CKDJ 107.9 Ottawa's. Oh, I don't actually have to say that because
it's on the podcast.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's on the podcast.
Dude, you know what? Welcome to the Shockmaster Experience. That's what we're calling this segment. No, we're calling
Is that gonna be like a spin-off of
Joe
Wrestling with
Rogan?
Ideas?
It's a subgenre.
Oh, okay, so like NXT is a subgenre of WWE.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
So
like that.
right now we got my best friend Nick Paquette, NPSpillz. We'll get into why you called that too. This is different.
This is really
we're
different.
talking about just our friendship. This is my 10th anniversary of being on Wrestling with Ideas. So I decided, let me talk about someone I've talked about in every single episode.
Every single episode, and I've gained 0 followers from it.
Nick Paquette.
Which I appreciate. I'm just kidding. Hi. So, let's start off with our first real memories of each other, I
Hell yeah.
guess. So,
I love that.
I'm a little bit older than Mitch. I'm friends with Ben's brother. That's kind of how
brother?
I met Nick. Mitch.
Wow.
Okay. So,
You're friends with my brother, and that's how we met each other.
So I through middle school, I went to school with Mitch's brother Ben.
Yeah.
And we went to the same youth group, and so we became pretty good friends. And I went over their house for a birthday. And so I was going to the fridge to get a pop into their garage.
Yeah.
And Mitch was in there.
Hell yeah.
At the time, I didn't really know who you were.
Probably doing crack or something crazy.
Yeah, so Mitch was in there. And so I opened the fridge, and I kind of looked to the side, and there's like a glass table.
Yeah.
And it was just hanging above the garage.
Yep.
And Mitch was in there. I don't know what you were doing. Honestly, were you playing hide and seek or something?
I think I was just avoiding everyone.
That's true. That's probably. And so, yeah. Anyway, I get my pop. I'm going towards the door, or I think I closed the door of the fridge, and all I hear is clash, 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 clash.
You destroyed our glass table.
I looked over, and the glass table had fell. I was nowhere near it. Mitch was in there. I left.
And
They're
my
like,
parents lost their minds at me.
Your parents. Well, I think I said, like, I don't know what happened. I don't think Mitch did anything, but I think you still got blamed for it.
I think my dad choke slammed me onto the glass like it was a goddamn AEW pay-per-view. That
was our most recent memory. One of our most recent memories. That was a good time.
And then after that, we hung out again in like 10 years after that.
Yeah,
and
so
started watching wrestling together.
Yeah, Mitch started coming to our youth group.
Oh yeah, I did.
And I was the leader. Which is kind of weird because the age gap thing. But anyway, he was walking in. He had his bleached blonde. He was bleached his hair blonde.
Yeah.
And he was. I don't know why you bleached it blonde. Was it who inspired you to do that? Because
at that time it was a rebellious thing.
Oh, it was a rebellious thing.
Every other time it's been Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. So anyway, Mitch and I were just kind of chilling at youth one day, and he started talking about wrestling.
Obviously, because that's my
with
whole
our
personality.
youth pastor Matt, who's our good friend and is in our wrestling group. Hashtag the Dark Horse. And so anyway, we're talking about wrestling, and I hadn't watched wrestling since I was like grade 6, and I wasn't really into WWE. I was watching TNA. Just kind of weird to think that I was a TNA guy instead of a WWE guy. But I'd watch like TNA with AJ Styles and stuff. So I was kind of like, hey, we were talking about wrestling, and I was kind of out of the loop. Like, I didn't really watch WWE. Like, I paid attention to it every now and then, like on YouTube and stuff. I'd see clips and watch it.
Yeah.
So I got back into wrestling because they started talking about it. And I just started getting more interested in it. And eventually we were going to do Survivor Series, the one where...
Seth was injured.
No, it was the one where they did the tournament, right? And Roman won and Sheamus cashed in.
That's because Seth was injured.
But we couldn't do it because I think...
We had just done the Santa Claus parade that we
I think you weren't feeling well as well. It was like 11 o'clock, and
I was pissed off though after watching.
Apparently, Ben was like, "Yeah, it's probably good we didn't."
We called that one off.
So we called that one off. First one was Hell in a Cell that year.
Yeah, we've watched pay-per-views together basically ever since.
Yeah, it was like Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker. Taker. That was the rematch from SummerSlam, exactly. And that was my first memory. That was where Brock ripped the ring off and. Yeah, that's kind of our first...
That's how we started. That's 2015. That's 4 years.
That was 2015, man.
Yeah, that's... All right, what do you got? What's your next memory here? You have them all written down.
All right, so I have a bunch written down. This might not be in order, but we can do live events first.
I'd love to.
So our first live event, and I don't know years. This must have been 2016, our first live event.
Yeah,
Jinder was the...
2017 would be our first live event together, because 2016 you were in Kingston.
Oh, right. Yeah, and that's when I went to WWE. By the way, my first wrestling experience was not with live wrestling experience was not with Mitchell, which
it broke my heart.
Broke his heart. kind of broke my heart.
Tell the damn story about what you did at your live event.
Okay, so I moved to Kingston for college. Shout out St. Lawrence College. Great academy, great school. So I was living on res, and there's not a lot to do on res. And there was a massive snowstorm that day. Classes got canceled because roads were barely drivable. So I took a bus and made it downtown in the morning because I hadn't really, at that point, gone and explored Kingston. So I explored the downtown Kingston a little bit. I bought tickets to WWE Live. That's probably the extent of my journey into downtown Kingston at that point. So it was the day of WWE Live, and so I walking around downtown, I'm like, God, I'm bored. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to be a mark. And I stood outside the arena. So it must have been like maybe 10 a.m. The show started at like 7:30. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stand outside the arena. Maybe people will come. The road I stood on was like, I don't know if it was Tragically Hip Way. I actually don't think it was but it was a road, and that's where all the wrestlers were parking their cars. And so people were driving in. I remember the first guy people were the American Alpha. Got some selfies with them. They didn't look too impressed. Jason Jordan wanted to kill me, and Chad Gable looked like he wanted to do the same. Shorty G now. And then I got to meet my hero, obviously, guy that I watched growing up with TNA, was sort of like my first favorite wrestler, AJ Styles.
James Ellsworth.
AJ Styles. He was the champ at that point. This was the night after Survivor Series.
Yeah, it was.
And so I didn't actually think like big names were coming, but AJ Styles came in. I was like, hey, AJ. Like, I was like starstruck. I didn't know what the hell to say. So I was like, hey, AJ. And he's like, hey, man.
Hi, how are you?
And I was like, how you liking Canada so far? He's like, it's real cold. And I was like, hey, can I get a picture? And he's like, sorry, I got to go back in. I'm really cold right now, but maybe later I might come back out. And that's obviously code for I'm not fucking interested. And
don't take a picture with me.
Yeah. That kind of crushed me a little bit, but I mean, he was nice about it. Yeah. So he let me down gently.
Yeah, you met a lot of other people. I met
Kane. I didn't get a picture with him. Tyler Breeze, I got a selfie with him. That's probably the highlight of my
your pictures.
My event. And then I got to see probably the best match I've seen live.
Yeah.
It was Dean Ambrose versus now John Moxley. Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles. Obviously, it was a Kingston Street fight. It was an incredible match. James Ellsworth was the special ring announcer. But yeah, it was an incredible match. Like kendo sticks and stuff, and yeah, it was great. So yeah. Anyway, let's just move on.
Let's dive into our events together.
All right. First one event was probably like the summer after that.
Yeah, it was. It was 2017.
It was the summer of 2017. We had our first WWE Live.
Say who the champ was.
Together it was Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal.
And he had an okay match that night.
He was against Shinsuke.
With Shinsuke. It was a good match. But anyway, so let's start from the beginning.
Yeah. There's a lot.
This wasn't the one where you lost the ticket one. That was the next one, right? Yeah, the next one was the one with the ticket.
The next one was the
right,
ticket
so I got that right. So first off, we bought a lot of merch.
We did.
I bought Jeff Hardy armbands. They're like $20 an arm. They're ridiculously overpriced.
I was gonna say that's the worst thing you ever bought.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. I bought some really bad stuff. So, yeah, that was the first one we had. And I remember we were sitting like sort of front row.
Yeah,
we were sitting a couple rows. Like we could walk up, like we could run up to the barricade and be the first people up there. So
yeah.
But that didn't happen. So, but yeah, first off, we got there, we started talking. We were talking about like wrestling and stuff and funny, and we were making each other laugh. And there's a lady behind us. We were being really loud, and the lady behind us like, "Do you guys ever shut up?"
Yeah, that was.
And I was like, "That's kind of uncalled for."
I was in grade 10, so I was like, "Hey, fuck you." Yeah, no, she was being a jerk.
Yeah, and then so Mitch is like, "Oh, because I'd never been to." I had, but I never sat that close. He's like, we can run up to the barricade. They let us run up to the barricade.
Which they did when I went.
And so I was like, oh, nice. We're going to get to meet so many people. I might get someone's shirt or something.
Yeah.
And so that because obviously Mitch had caught Dean Ambrose's shirt, so I'm like, I want a shirt too. So
I caught Ambrose's shirt at a SmackDown live taping, the one after Survivor Series.
Yeah,
actually.
it was a day after mine. So anyway, we went to run up because the New Day were there, and I wasn't a huge fan of the New Day, but I'm like, it's Big E, it's Kofi Kingston, they're pretty cool. So we went up. I got Nux from Big E, but this security guy,
you got Nux from Big E.
Yeah, like
a pounding, not a pounding. You didn't get a pounding.
A bro fist, as PewDiePie would say.
And you got a fisting.
Yes.
Nope, fuck.
Yeah, so I was pretty sick, right? Because, and then the security guard was like, you can't do that.
Oh, yeah, this guy was a tool.
So, yeah, we kept trying to run up because that's what you do at wrestling events.
Go and fucking high five.
That's the big part of wrestling is when the interaction with the fans, and this guy was taking that away from us. And I remember Mitchell leaned over to me and he was like, I really want to fight this guy. I'm going to fight this guy if he does this again. So, but no, at the end of the night, he kind of realized by the end of the night that,
what happened at the end of the night that that was a problem?
Main event was Shinsuke Jinder for the title. Jinder went over, obviously, with the Colossus. And
that's actually a good move.
It's not a bad finisher. And so we went up. Everyone obviously went up to the barricade.
They allowed everyone to go up this time.
They allowed everybody to go up. So we went up. Yeah. And Shinsuke, I was like, I've seen people take selfies. So I'm like, hey, Shinsuke, can I have a selfie? And so he kind of came over and he's like, and I was like, got my phone up, take a selfie.
But sadly,
Mitchell came in and I don't know what you were trying to do. You came in with a vicious left.
Hang on.
Or is it a right? I don't know.
Hang on. It was a right.
It was a right.
Punched Shinsuke Nakamura in the throat and in the face.
You punched him in the throat. So picture. And we can post this on Wrestling with Regret or Wrestling with Regret, Wrestling with Ideas.
Whoa! What the fuck?
Man, I've been talking a lot.
I was
Sorry,
going
guys.
for Nux. I was going for Nux on Nux.
Yeah. So anyway,
he jumped at my fist, so I fucking dropped that.
I have the picture right here. Oh, I should have told you about the text.
Just send it to me.
Yeah, picture's right here. Shinsuke.
Yeah. Cool.
Shinsuke, good guy. He didn't kill you.
That was our first event.
Yeah, that was our first event. It was a fun event because your mom also got a piece of the title, right?
Oh yeah, because Jinder dropped the title and it broke in front of my mom, and she. I have a diamond of the championship.
It's pretty sick, and cool. Second one. Okay, so as we go through these WWE lives, I think we mature a little bit. Each one's we're not as
into.
It's not we're not into it. It's just that we're not as immature as we were. So our second one. This one I was really excited for because Daniel Bryan had just returned.
Yeah.
And we were both looking forward to it because I'm like, his merch was going to be there.
I got some.
I didn't get any D-Bry merch. But yeah, so D-Bry was going to be there. We were getting kind of pumped about that because I'd never seen Daniel Bryan live.
No.
But the one I was more excited for because I was a TNA guy. So I first got introduced to Jeff Hardy through TNA. And then I started to watch his WWE stuff.
Which is fucking mental.
After it.
That's
crazy.
I
know. And so I remember TNA came to Ottawa once and Jeff Hardy... I couldn't go, and I was like,
I went to
because my parents don't really like wrestling, so they weren't going to take me. So yeah, I was like kind of little sad that I couldn't see Jeff Hardy. So I'd been waiting like 10 years to see Jeff Hardy live, and he finally came.
As was I. And I was a WWE boy.
So I had my Hardy Boy shirt. Anyway, we got there. We were getting in the car to go, and your mom says, "Hey Mitch, do you have the tickets?"
And which I responded, no, you know what? I'm going to tell this story because this this was like a gift to me, I'm pretty sure. Because it was like after my birthday.
My last probably annoying.
It was after my birthday or something. And so they had the tickets and they said, Mitchell, do you have, or they were talking to Ben actually. They said, Ben, do you have the tickets?
Oh.
And Ben said, oh, no, I don't have the tickets. Mom was like, where are they? He was like, I thought you printed them off. Mom was like, no, I thought you did. So we're getting in the car to go to the event. No one has the fucking tickets. So I have to run in there, try and print these fucking things off. We're running late. I'm furious because obviously. And like, how is that on me? I was so mad. It was
pretty funny.
Off.
And yeah, so another thing that happened, Baron Corbin, and I think this is really cool. I don't know, just as like a mark.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin debuted his not his current theme, because he had a theme before this one, right?
Well, yeah, this isn't the King one. It's the I bring the darkness.
Yeah, he debuted that here in Ottawa.
Which was dope.
Because we're like, who's this coming out? And Baron Corbin, we're like, this is sick.
It was sick. I love Baron Corbin.
My memory is so hazy on this, but like I remember we bought shirts,
Yeah.
And we changed in the hallway of the Canadian
That
Tire
was the
Center.
third one. That was.
No, I'm sure we did that for this one too.
Did we?
Because I remember Charlotte versus Carmella, which wasn't a bad match, but it went on for too long.
So we were like, okay, no.
But yeah, the main event was really good. I got a really good video as well of a phenomenal forearm from AJ.
The main event was Joe, AJ,
Hardy, and
Orton.
Balor?
No, it was Orton.
No, Orton didn't come, did he?
Yeah, it was, because it was the rivalry right now. It was AJ. Yeah, it was Orton.
Oh yeah,
was dope.
Okay, yeah, it was a good event.
That was good.
WWE Live. By the way,
we gotta keep this moving.
Yeah,
buddy.
okay. WWE Live 3 was. We don't have to really go into much.
Three
was kind of lame, to be honest with you. Like nothing really crazy happened. It was kind of a standard show. So
I finally got to see Finn Balor.
Yeah, that was insane. Okay, going back to the WWE Live, Daniel Bryan was there.
Oh yeah,
we were really excited, obviously, as I said earlier. But the yes chants were very, very underwhelming.
Ottawa's yes chants.
I was like,
horrible.
Yeah, anyway,
we were into it though. We were going off on the yes chants.
All right, fighting back. No, we gotta. Do we want to do Bound for Glory or fighting back? Let's end on a positive note.
No, you know what? Listen, we'll do fighting back at the end. We gotta hit Bound for Glory.
Okay, so. Okay, where do we start? By the way, if anyone is listening to this, like any listeners for Wrestling with Ideas, that obviously this is an Ottawa's wrestling podcast. If you went to Bound for Glory, I think it would be cool for you guys to
just
tell us about your experience. Tell us about your experience, because I don't know if this is everybody's experience. And how did the taping nights go? Were they any better if you went to the taping nights? No. Anyway, let's get started. So first we go, and doors are supposed to open at like 6. It's like 6 and they don't open, which is typical for wrestling. But the line, so the Aberdeen Pavilion is over 100 years old.
Yeah.
The Ottawa Senators played the 1918, like early 1900s Stanley Cup playoff game in that arena. It's a dump, okay? It's a national landmark, but it's a dump. They need to upgrade it. But so the venue right off the bat for TNA's biggest pay-per-view of the year, as a guy who started his wrestling watching experiences with TNA, it's kind of depressing to see that they're in, that small of a venue for their biggest pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
This is around the time that Billy Corgan took over too. So they were going through some changes. The card looked really promising. Mm-hmm. You had some really good names in there, and the wrestling wasn't bad. It was just the whole outside the ring experience for me personally.
Yeah, I agree.
So anyway, we get there and it's just a huge freaking line. It took us a while to get in, and I don't know if people were as pissed as we were, but we were kind of annoyed. It wasn't the end of the world because, it happens, right?
Yeah,
and
that wasn't the worst part.
All right, so we get in there, and it's assigned seating, so we picked seats that were close enough so we could. We got good seats. Well, for a small guy, I'm used to not being able to see the bottom of the ring at a lot of wrestling events, which is fine because I've kind of managed. I can kind of figure out, I can kind of see, Anyway, so we got seats. They were good seats. They were close to the merch table. They were close to the food. They were also close enough to the ring. It was good seats, great seats. And
no, we gotta get to the negatives. No one cares about the positives.
I know. I'm just trying to.
You're burying the lead. All right, listen to this shit. All right, we get to Bound for Glory, and within 30 minutes, they run out of fucking bottled water.
Yeah. So
I don't even know how they do that.
Was so friggin' thirsty. It's I didn't drink before it because I thought there'd be food and drink there because it's a big company with a big pay-per-view. So I'm like,
any venue at all should have stuff.
So I went to get drinks, and they're like, a water, and they're like, yeah, sorry, all we have is beer. I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm trying not to swear here. I don't know why, but
were you of age to drink actually at that point?
I was. I don't really drink, so
I was still not aged to drink.
No,
I still am not right now.
No, I think your brother got a.
No.
Oh, he didn't?
No one did.
That was that fighting back one.
Yeah.
Because it was real. Oh, so we get to Bound for Glory. The food's there. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go see what they have at the merch table. Were you with me when we went to the merch table?
Yes, I was.
They had nothing except
That's not true. They had. What did they have, Nick?
So what
did you buy?
They had a Bound for Glory shirt that I thought was pretty cool. Obviously, being a TNA fan growing up, I've said this a billion times, but I thought it'd be cool to get a shirt from it just that said Bound for Glory because obviously I've been wanting to go to a TNA event for a while.
That's not. What did you fucking get, Nick? What did you buy with your money?
So I bought the shirt, but I also bought a fidget spinner that said Impact Wrestling on it.
An Impact Wrestling fidget spinner from Bound for Glory 2017?
Yeah.
Like, come, what? How did, and then you lost it.
No, I still have it somewhere it's somewhere in my room right now. I don't know where it is in my room, but I know it's in my room because I've seen it before.
All right, what was the next thing you want to talk about?
Well, do we have enough? How much time do we have?
We can go for another like 10 minutes.
Okay, so
we have 10 minutes.
Anyway, Bound for Glory, it was just a terrible probably our worst wrestling experience. Mine personally.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, so next up we've got probably the best wrestling experience I've had. I don't know about you. It's probably my best wrestling experience.
What is? C4?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
We went to Fighting Back. Yeah. Obviously, if you're not familiar with C4 Wrestling, that's Ottawa. It's an indie promotion in Ottawa that's really good. It's compared, like Joey Janela compared it to the Canadian PWG, which it kind of is.
It's like I'd say it's PWG.
Yeah. So anyway, we get to this is amazing. So we get into the we went with obviously our other friends Nick and Ben and Ben, his brother. Matt didn't come to this because he didn't know MJF was going to be there. Anyway, so we get in there and it was fun.
Sorry, I gotta call him out. Matt, you didn't come to this because you're a little bitch. All right. You didn't want to see some. You didn't want to get sweaty. You didn't want to get into it. Matt, you're not a wrestling fan. Stop pretending. Just sit down and go to your little Sears catalog, whatever house you got down there. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep your mouth shut. Don't talk about MJF. He doesn't like you. I don't like you. Stop talking about wrestling.
Anyway, we get to the venue. So before the venue, I was looking at the C4 pages because I was like, maybe someone will slip up. That's not supposed to be there. It's going to slip up. And guess what I saw? The picture said liked by Joey Ryan.
Yeah.
Joey Ryan was not on the card.
He was not on the card.
And then, so I texted Mitchell and I put the eye looking emoji things.
Yeah.
And then, like right after that, like it was like a script. Joey Ryan posts a picture on Instagram that says he's at the airport where it's like LA to unknown destination.
Yeah.
I'm like, got him. Now, I think he was trying to work people because he was trying to work people, but like there was a big event, like it was Enzo's wrestling debut. There was a big event. Moxley's return to indie wrestling happening in Poughkeepsie. It was a big event, so I thought maybe he's just teasing that. But he showed up at C. So we walked in and we're like,
man.
This is like maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes before the show. We're like, let's go look in the merch table. No merch there because I wanted to see if Joey Janela's merch was there. It was, but there was no wrestlers there except Joey Ryan. They didn't even hide him.
I was shocked.
They didn't hide him. He was just sitting there. And I was like,
and no one was around him.
What are you doing? I'm like,
there was no fans, nothing.
No one was around him. I don't know if we weren't supposed to be there and no one like told us.
Said anything.
But we were just kind of like, so we went over and we kind of messed with him.
We fucked with him a little bit.
So we kind of asked, hey, what are you doing here? He's like, I'm just selling merch. And I called them out there. I'm like, that's bullshit. You're not selling merch.
You made fun that his girlfriend broke up with him.
Oh yeah, I was doing the bit from BTE at the time. I'm like, where's the hot blonde girl? I was like, I don't know.
He's like, ha ha ha, I don't know, man.
Ha ha, I haven't heard that before. So yeah, so he's there and oh my God. So we left. We didn't buy any merch from him at that point.
Yeah, we made fun of him. Think about this. We made fun of him, looked at his shirts and said, okay, bye.
And then we went to another merch table where we bought fake plastic tag team championships. We went back to our seats and
we explained to Nick and Ben, hey, we just met Joey Ryan.
And they're like, who's that?
They're like, who's that? They said, the guy that has the strong penis.
Oh, God.
Of course, Nick Farland remembered that.
And then they remembered because of the All Out or All In.
Yeah.
So we went, anyway, we ended up going back and buying some shirts.
And he was cool with us.
He was really cool.
Really nice,
good guy. I liked that guy. I love him. He's a good guy. And, yeah, so we went back to our seats, watched the wrestling show. It was a really good show. Like the fans made it for me. Like I haven't been to a wrestling event where everyone was just chanting the same thing. Usually it's just like
Cena sucks.
Or it's just kids in John Cena shirts or kids in like so it was a really, really fun experience. All the wrestling matches were amazing. I got to see for me, Joey Janela. Got to meet him after the show.
Yeah. Whoa. Keeping that in. We're not editing that out.
Great guy. I love Joey Janela. I got to meet him. I've been following Joey Janela. I told Mitch about Joey Janela, and then he didn't know who he was at All Out, and I was like, this is gonna be match of the night, and he's like, no, it's not. It was match of the night, and Joey Janela. So we got to meet Joey Janela,
nice guy.
Beautiful man, beautiful man. I love him.
Beautiful man.
Yeah, so we got to meet him. I'm kind of sad I didn't ask to Joey Ryan's dick, huh? Because I wanted to see if he would, But that was a great this is not even the biggest thing that happened that night. So I was telling Mitch for
fuck off.
years before. Yeah, he's gonna be like, yeah. So I was gonna tell Mitch for not years, but months before, Sean, dude, I'm telling you,
a week before.
Cody's coming. Sean Spears is coming.
Yeah.
Sean Spears is gonna show up and attack Cody because they were at that point going for their all-out match. I think they were getting ready for that, and so
a week before.
Oh my gosh, I was like, yeah, he's so coming. I was so convinced, and Mitch is like, you're full of it. No, he's not.
Yeah, I didn't believe it.
Because Sean Spears has come to C4 before, I'm pretty sure, and
no, he didn't. He never had.
He's probably come to C4 before when he was on the indie days, and so he came, attacked MJF,
and Cody,
and TDT came in, and Cody. By the way, Cody Rhodes, if you're listening to this. You promised AEW would come to Ottawa.
I brought it up.
Okay, Cody, don't go back in your word. Bring it to Ottawa. Bring it to the Aberdeen Pavilion.
Let me tell you.
I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Bring it.
I'm gonna say this now. I was on a conference call. There will be AEW shows in Canada in 2021, including maybe in Ottawa. I'm just saying. Maybe.
Okay. So anyway, I have a bit more. I don't know if we have time for it. I could always come on again. Year 70.
Yeah, we can.
So our last AEW experience was probably.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, so it was.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was a great match. What was the pay-per-view called again? I have
Full Gear.
Full Gear, exactly. Full Gear. Honestly, it's probably the best AEW pay-per-view they've done.
Okay, wow.
Okay, wait, no. Double or Nothing
was
probably better, but I'd say Full Gear is right up there.
Full Gear was better than Fighting Back and Fight for the Fallen.
Well, Fighting Back wasn't AEW.
Sorry, not Fight for the Fallen.
Fighter Fest. Fighter Fest wasn't that good to me, and to be honest, I wasn't a huge
those
Fighter
two
Fest
were
guy.
fine, but this one was
so
hella good.
We watched it. It was just us because most of our wrestling group doesn't really follow AEW.
Yeah, they're kind of marks.
So for WWE, and so we watched it together, just the two of us.
Romantic.
Your mom came in and out.
My mom left.
Okay, yeah. And so we watched it, and it was really freaking good. It was.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We were sitting there with our goldfish and our Kool-Aid.
That's on. Yeah. So we were like, at one point, Mitch was like, "I'm hungry," and I'm like, "I am too." Obviously, I'm not going to say anything because I'm the guest, and I don't like demanding for stuff, right? So, but Mitch is like, "I'm hungry. Want to get some food or something?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Anyway,
we had goldfish and we had Kool-Aid, and you know what?
Mitch told me this is just like we're six.
It's like we're six, and you know what? It was the most romantic meal we've ever had together.
Yeah. Well, no. So SummerSlam.
Oh, let's end with SummerSlam.
So we work at a day camp at our church
in the summer.
I was a director, so I was sort of in charge of
he was my boss,
running the whole camp. He was a counselor.
He was the big boss man for me.
So SummerSlam. We always do SummerSlam, and SummerSlam's always in between the weeks. So we do 2 weeks of day camp, and it's always between the 2 weeks. And so we're dead. We're all dead, exhausted, and so we go watch SummerSlam at Mitch's house because
that's where we do it.
Yeah, and then Monday morning comes around. We had to get up at 6 to go to. Well, I had to get up really early, and I had to drag Mitch up early because I was like, because it ended at midnight, and so I'm like, you know what? I'll just crash at your.
Yeah, you just.
I just crashed at their house, and So
and then we taught wrestling moves to children at the daycare.
Yeah. So anyway, that night was pretty fun because we just watched like other wrestling stuff and kind of talked and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like 2 a.m. and we were still up, and Mitch was like,
I was
hungry.
so dead. Oh fuck! I forgot about
And
this.
so we went upstairs because I was hungry too, and we were looking in the fridge for food.
We had to make some 3 a.m. burgers.
And so we had like 3 a.m. burgers. Oh my god, man, they were really good. Like
delicious. Well, Nicholas Paquette.
There's so much more we didn't get to. So
There's so much. There's so much. This is
the Tamatonga text. We can get into that later.
This has been fun.
Yeah.
We're at the 30-minute mark. We went on for 30 minutes.
All right. Also, I'm really interested. Was anyone else's Bound for Glory experience as bad as ours? Please.
I'll make sure I look out for that.
Yeah. And we will.
I'll tag you.
We will. We'll probably be doing something in the future.
Yeah,
I don't know.
for sure. Well, this has been a blast. As Colin said, he's going to compile. I'm not doing it myself because that would make me a tool. I'm going to compile Colin's going to compile all of my best moments, I guess. I don't think there are any of my 10 episodes being here.
I mean, every podcast.
I don't know if you can put every show I've ever been in into one show. You know what I'm saying?
You can.
How you doing? So this has been fun. Thank you guys for 10 episodes. My Instagram account is popping. I really appreciate it. We're gonna get Nick Paquette back in here again.
Yeah,
this is gonna happen.
Thank you guys for listening. Man.
Thanks so much for listening, guys. Follow Nick Paquette on social media.
My Twitter is npaquette18 and my Instagram is nick.paquette18, I believe.
I'll put that in the description. My social media, Mitch Sweitz, MITCH Y'all know this. Thank you guys so much for listening, and have a blessed day.
Blessed day. Amen.
Amen.
There you go. All right, that was sick. All right. Cool.